Isle of Arran is an island off the west coast of Scotland. It is the largest in the Firth of Clyde and the 7th largest in Scotland, covering an area of 167 square miles, with the highest point being Goat Fell at 2,867 feet. There are many reasons to come to Arran, but for me it was one thing: the wildlife, and maybe a sneaky paddle or two before the midges come out in the evening. Iconic Scottish animals such as red squirrel, common seals, red deer, golden eagles thrive in such environments, but I'm here for one mammal alone: the Eurasian otter. Oyster catchers, one of my favourite birds, and an audible hug as the sound of Scotland. With a very distinctive call, they can be identified very easily and from a long distance away. Now, I know they are a resident coastal bird all year round in the UK, but they will forever carry the sound of Scotland for me. Now here is what I have spent days and hours obsessing over. The tide was low, the water was calm, and the wind was blowing directly in my face. There was a fresh water stream running to the sea from my right. Everything was as it should be. Only patience and time can now decide my fate. Now, I have seen otters throughout the years from coming to Scotland, mainly on Mull has been where I've had the sightings of them, but never long enough to feel this kind of connection. I watched them 2 nights in a row, both nights for around 30 to 35 minutes, and the second night he came ashore right in front of where I was sat behind some large boulders. I've never seen them hunt or feed, or especially defecate in front of me before, so this was a few nights of newness. And watching them hunt so primitively, so focused, left me in awe. This was the second night in the same spot. In fact, it was where we were staying, wild camping for a few nights. I sat waiting, searching the waters for the slightest movement, watching the light get darker and the sun setting lower. I saw a movement, but not in the water. Ray, the otter, as we had decided to name him, was having a pre-dinner snooze on a rock. I watched him float, hunt and play, and then he dived, and it seemed maybe he was off for the night, until this happened. He breached the water like an otter with a seal. Ray leaped out of the ocean with what looked like an octopus, maybe a squid. I observed his struggle and tentacles getting slapped and wrapped around his head. I sat with bated breath, waiting for him to bring it ashore for me to get a closer look, but alas, he sat in front of a big boulder and ate it there. As the evening well and truly set in, the midges decided it was time for dinner. But with my ISO cranked up to the max, and Ray still fishing and eating, I was going to drag this experience out for as long as I could, until I had no skin left on my fingers. Luckily my face net was doing its job, or it may have been a different story. Ray had eaten so much today, a total of 5 successful hunts, including an octopus. But then a healthy male will eat up to 1.5 kilos per day, which is quite a lot when you think about it, when you consider that an average male only weighs between 6 and 8 kilos. This turned out to be his last meal of the evening and my final few minutes spent with Ray. Not only will this be an experience that I never forget, it's also a new benchmark in my expectations of wildlife photography. So if you've enjoyed today's video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you don't subscribe and you'd like to, that would be great. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.